Welcome back to the Dirty Boys Pick'em Show. I'm Ryan. I would be joined by Louie, but he was a little too busy this week, so I understand. But I'm gonna be here going over each game again, giving you my picks. Last week we didn't have the greatest week. We went 7-9, but the parlay hit, which put us up on the week. So hopefully we can have a better statistically balanced week this week, I guess. I should be saying. I guess that's what I'm saying. And then another parlay will come at the end of the episode. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get right into the first game with the Jacksonville, Cincinnati. Alright, first game we got Jacksonville versus Cincinnati. Cincinnati's coming in as a 7.5 point favorite at a minus 110 payout. Jacksonville is a plus 275 underdog, while Cincinnati sits in at 350 with an over of 46. The over is minus 115, the under is minus 105. This game, I don't like either defenses. Joe Burrow's starting to show flashes of what he was his rookie year. I could see this game going over if Trevor Lawrence could show any life with that Jacksonville offense, because I do not trust either of these defenses. Next game is Carolina-Dallas. Dallas is coming in as a 4.5 point favorite with money line numbers looking at plus 175 for Carolina, minus 210 for Dallas, with an over-under of 52, where it's minus 110 both over and under. That game I like Dallas minus 4.5. Yeah, Carolina's came out hot, starting the first 3 weeks 3-0. But the way that Dallas's offense has been rolling more than anything, and the emergence of Micah Parsons and Diggs in their defense, it's looking pretty hard to beat the Cowboys anytime soon. So Cowboys minus 4.5. Next game we got Cleveland, Minnesota. Minnesota just squeaked one out last week against the Seahawks, so I see Cleveland taking it this week. The spread is 2 points. Cleveland at minus 115. Money line, Cleveland is minus 135, and Minnesota is plus 115 with an over-under of 51.5. There's value in the, honestly, under, I believe, in that game. The Minnesota offense isn't the greatest. Yeah, they got Jefferson, Thielen, Dalvin, but they still got Kirk Cousins at quarterback. So we'll see how that one goes. But the only bet that I truly like from there is Cleveland minus 2. I just don't see anybody getting in Cleveland's way right now, especially after that dominant win after Chicago last week, even though Chicago doesn't look that good. Next game we got Detroit versus Chicago. Speaking of Chicago, the line is 3 points with Detroit being favored. Oh, wait, no. With Detroit as underdogs, Chicago's favored. The money line is Detroit plus 125 and Chicago minus 145. And honestly, I believe that Detroit game is a fucking lock for Detroit. They've been neck and neck with all these legitimate teams for the past couple weeks, and then they go in to go play a shit team like Chicago, where they have quarterback struggles tremendously. Detroit takes that one fucking easy. I might even add that into the parlay later. Next game we got Houston-Buffalo. Buffalo is coming in as a 16.5 favorite at minus 110. I didn't even write down the money lines because there's no point if the spread's fucking 16.5. There's no value. Then the over-under is 47 at minus 110. I honestly like Buffalo minus 16.5. I mean, it sounds like a big number, but just the way that Houston's been falling apart the past couple weeks, they will not be able to hang in there with Buffalo, especially after that strong performance against Washington last week. Next game, we got Indiana-Miami. 2 point line. Miami's going to be favorited at minus 110. In the money line, we got Indiana plus 110, and we got Miami minus 130 with an over-under of 42.5. Miami just dropped a tough one against the Raiders last week. So I see that. And Indiana, they were coming into the season to be everybody's like dark horse favorite for the Super Bowl. But they've looked like shit. Carson Wentz has 2 sprained ankles. Yeah, they've been competitive, but they're not pulling these out. So I need to go with Miami on that one. Miami money line at minus 130 is my favorite pick. Next, we got Kansas City, Philadelphia. We don't even need to fucking talk about this. It's a 7-point spread. Kansas City's gonna blow them out the fucking water. Like, they just dropped 2 straight. They're done trying to be all cutesy, I believe. They're gonna come in and just shove it down their dicks. Next game. Tennessee, New Jersey. Or, not New Jersey, the fucking Jets. Gary V's team, the fucking Jets. Tennessee has a 7-point spread favorite with minus 105 payout, which honestly isn't bad at all. But then the actual money lines is minus 310 and plus 255. 255 for the Jets, 310 for the Titans. And the over-under is 44.5. I'm a big believer that the Titans are fucking frauds. I do not believe in their program at all. Honestly, just through watching them for the past couple of years. Like, Derrick Henry's legit, but I do not trust the Titans. Only reason I'm taking them this time is because they're playing the fucking Jets. Next game, we got Washington, Atlanta. Washington's coming in as a 1.5-point favorite with a minus 110 payout for both sides covering the spread. Washington is minus 120 money line. Atlanta is even. And I don't understand. I mean, yes, Washington hasn't looked great the first few weeks. Their defense has struggled. Heineke looked like, honestly, dog shit last week. But this is still a team that people were saying that they would believe could win the NFC East at the beginning of the year. And that Atlanta defense is absolutely fucking atrocious. So I can see Taylor Heineke having a good bounce-back game against Atlanta. Washington takes it. Next game, we got the Giants versus New Orleans. This one is a little weird because I see that the line is 7.5. I honestly do not trust either team with the 7.5. The money line is plus 285 for the Giants and minus 370 for the Saints, which no value in taking the Saints money line either. But then the over-under is only 42. Figure that's 21 points a team, 3 touchdowns. That may be... It really all depends on which Jameis we get and if Daniel Jones is going to be active with the legs or if Saquon is actually back. Because we saw glimpses of it last week, and I'm just hoping to see more progression, more points. So I'm taking the Giants over 42. Next game, we got the Rams and the Cardinals. It's a 4.5-point spread in the favor of the Rams, obviously. I mean, the Cardinals are 3-0, but I still don't take them seriously. I mean, they're a good team. They're a good team, don't get me wrong. But they're not going to take the Rams. The Rams are walking around as minus 220 favorites against them. Arizona's plus 180. The over-under is 55. I like the Rams on the numbers on this one. Minus 4.5. I don't really think I need to explain too much more why. Next game is Seattle and San Francisco. This is going to be a really interesting one. Both teams need to pull one out because, Russell Wilson's never lost 3 in his career before. Never lost 3 in a row before. And Kyle Shanahan, with Jimmy G at quarterback, has never lost, I think, 2 or 3. I forget exactly, but I had 2 or 3 in a row at home. So we're going streak against streak tonight. Or not tonight, this fucking weekend. So we're going to see how this works out. The line is a 3-point spread with the 49ers being favored at even money. Seattle plus 3 is minus 120. Seattle money line plus 130. 49ers minus 150. And then the over-under is 52. Usually when the 49ers and Seahawks play, it ends up being a shootout no matter how good the fucking defenses are. And honestly, the secondary getting beaten up on the 49ers and the Seahawks defense just not being good, I think 52 points is very easy, especially with the shootouts that we've had before in the past with these two teams. So I take the over on that one. Next up, we got Baltimore versus Denver. It's only a 1-point spread. I mean, I can't tell if Denver's legit or not because they're 3-0 and they beat the shit out of these teams. But the 3 teams that they've played have been the Jets, the Falcons, and the Giants. None of those teams are in the top fucking 20 of the league. So it's hard to take them seriously when all that's happening. Baltimore's coming in as a minus 105 money line. while Denver's coming in at minus 115. Oh, wait, fucking hell. Denver's favored in this one. I didn't even notice that when I was looking over it the first time. And then over-under of 45. I mean, I feel like I gotta just take Baltimore on the money line. That seems pretty easy, like almost a gimme. Alright, 3 more games. We got Pittsburgh versus Green Bay. It's a 7-point spread in the favor of Green Bay. Green Bay is plus 105 to cover, while Steelers are minus 125 to cover. The money line is plus 250 for the Steelers, minus 300 for the Packers. The over-under is 45.5. The Packers are going to take this one easy. I believe that they will cover the spread. And I think this game honestly goes under because that Pittsburgh offense is dog shit. That Pittsburgh team is a fucking joke at this point. Like I can't look at them and think that they're gonna win a football game. So Green Bay minus 7 honestly is my favorite, but I wouldn't be too opposed against the under either. Next up, we got Tampa Bay versus New England, the return of Tom Brady. It's a 7-point favorite for New England, for non-New England. Definitely not New England. For Tampa Bay. 7-point favorite for Tampa Bay. At minus 110 for both teams covering the spread. The money line is minus 320 for the Bucks and plus 260 for the Patriots. The over-under is 49. I could see it going over, but I'm taking not Patriots. Why do I keep saying the fucking Patriots? It's Tom Brady. I'm taking the Buccaneers minus 7 over the New England Patriots on the Sunday night game. That one, Brady's going to be coming back looking for vengeance or revenge, and we'll just light them up, I believe. Then we got to the Monday night game where we got the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Los Angeles Chargers. It's a minus 3.5 point favorite for the Chargers at even money. For the Raiders to cover, it's minus 120. Vegas is coming in at plus 140 underdogs, while the Chargers are walking around at minus 165 with an over/under of 51.5. And the way that both these teams have been slinging the ball around lately, I feel that's a pretty easy fucking over. 51.5. That's 26 points each. We get a 28-24 ball game that covers. And like I was saying, for how good these offenses have been moving the ball, it's very possible. Honestly, the more that I look at it, I think Chargers money line. Just stick to Chargers money line minus 165 because Derwin James is back in that Chargers secondary and was able to slow down the Chiefs a good amount last week. So that one could really go either way when it comes to the over/under, but the Chargers money line is the bet that I'm going to take. All right, but before we go, I got to say the parlay. Alright, well, before we go, I gotta announce the parlay for this week. Last week we went 1-0, or the parlay hit, the 3-leg parlay hit, so we're gonna do another one. Hopefully we can go 2-0 this week. This week we got Baltimore money line, we got the Rams money line, and we got Washington money line. That's a plus 687 payout. And I could honestly not see one of those games fucking losing. Not one of them. Alright, well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this week of the Dirty Boys Pick'em show. I'll be back next week, most likely with Louie again. He was just too busy to record this week, so it was just me. Tune back in. Tailgate State coming out every Wednesday. We're trying to get a new show up and going. Another new show up and coming. I'm not going to announce it yet because nothing's certain. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, at the DB Network, the DB Network, or Tailgate State. Alright, later.